It's Z-Day, boy. On today's episode, we are gonna be doing B-pillar trim for the exterior, and Daddy bought a steering wheel. So let's go ahead and get into the episode 2 of Project 350Z. So we're gonna start with the steering wheel, and because we're doing anything with a steering wheel, number one is I made sure that before I parked it, the wheel was very much perfectly dead straight. And then we of course have to go and disconnect the battery, because I don't know about you, but I would really prefer to not have an airbag potentially explode in my face. So on the 350 battery cover right here, just gotta undo one of the terminals. And I also saw a video of someone saying that when you do that, you're also going to want to like push the brakes to get all the remaining voltage out. So I guess we're gonna have to try and see if that works. But I do believe that the battery on a Z is a 10 mil. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery terminal so there is no more connection. And then I'm gonna try and do what the video said, and that is push the brake to see if like all the remaining voltage will go out. That's kind of why I'm filming from the back, so I can like watch and see if the like brake stops working. I actually don't know about that, but might as well do it. Now we're going in the car. First thing, now that the battery is disconnected, we're gonna pop off these little caps. Try not to lose them. There is 2 caps on both sides that simply cover up the T30, I believe, security screws.
Caden doesn't know it yet, but he will in fact have to run to Home Depot to grab a Torx socket.
Lesson learned, it is better to use the sockets rather than the bits. And unfortunately for me, they only had the T30 security, which is what you need, in a kit. I can't find anywhere that has it in stock, just the little thing. So we had to take the L and get the whole entire kit. So much easier. Oh my gosh. And bolt number 2 is out just like that. So now that those bolts are out, this comes out, and this is an explosive device. Fun fact, there's 2 cables, an orange and a yellow. There's a little tab that pops up. You want to pop those up. There's appears to be a little slot to help you get under there. Pop that up, and then I believe they should slide up and out. It's actually very easy. Now this is the interior, and what I saw in a video is you're going to want to leave a mark on the vertical position, which honestly, I don't know if you can see that, but on the bolt, there appears to be like a line, and I wonder if that is actually the vertical position. The more I look at it, I actually do think that that line, I don't know if Nissan did that or somebody, but I feel like that line is like your vertical indicator. So that is actually kind of good to see. Okay, so let's see if we can, with this bar, pry off that 19 mil in the middle. Should have hopefully enough leverage. Let's see what we can do. Alright, don't know why the wheel was turning, but now we just gotta get this off. Okay, next lesson I have heard, do not take the bolt all the way off, because next you gotta pull off the steering wheel, and the bolt is gonna catch it so it doesn't hopefully hit my face. And then we're gonna finish taking the bolt off, and then so should your steering wheel come off. And then just let those wires kind of hang. And now we have a wheel off the car. And the next step is you're gonna take all these parts, put them onto the new wheel. Now after everything is put back in, it should look like this. This is the part that we're gonna see if I did it right. This is how the horn works. And if it's too loose, it's gonna honk every time you hit a bump. And if it's too tight, the second we connect the battery, the horn is gonna start blaring. So let's go and put the steering wheel on the car and then the airbag back in, and that should be it. And while I've got the steering wheel off, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and make sure this part is very much dust free, get it clean, because why not, you know? The wheel's off, we have easy access. Now we can go ahead and feed these wires through the steering wheel right here. These are of course your airbag wires, while also trying to line up that other section. On your steering wheel, those steering bag wires tuck under this little black plastic section, and then you can reconnect that horn ground. So that is now all in the way it was originally intended. And then there is a line, like I said, on the steering wheel, and there is a line on the steering shaft, whatever you would call it. So just gonna make sure those are very much straight. I'm gonna take off the cover, revealing the new wheel, just to make sure that everything looks like it is on in the middle. It's looking good. So gonna take that 19 mil, thread that back on, and take our socket and start screwing that back in. So after holding the wheel and kind of fidgeting with it, it appears to be straight while the steering wheel is straight. Now we want to go ahead and reattach the airbag to it, which is of course just plug in. Then once your airbag is in, you're going to want to finish it up by putting back in those screws in the side. So I got the side steering wheel, the T37s, I got those pretty much all the way tight, but before I go all the way tight, I do want to do a function test to make sure that I don't have to go through this whole thing again. Because like I said, if I connect this battery terminal and it starts honking or the horn is too loosey-goosey, we're gonna have to do it again. So moment of truth, I think the horn would be blaring had I have done it wrong. And then we're gonna wanna go ahead and see if the horn works. Let's go, baby. And that's what I'm talking about. Feels good, feels like it was stock. And just like that, we have a new carbon steering wheel. Everything seems to be working and looking just great. And I actually really like the look of it. It's kind of like OEM plus-ish, like race car almost, like very clean, very nice. And that is going to wrap up episode